Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about some more information regarding the unreleased content that has arrived in Grand Theft Auto Online Bikers. So we're going to be talking about the 8 unreleased vehicles today, as well as some new content that we haven't really shown off yet, and sort of a release timeline for when we might be able to expect a lot of this new content to arrive into the game, because there is a lot of it, and some people believe that this might be stretched out for a really long time. But before we get started, we've got some information on the new prices of the unreleased vehicles. So if you missed my live stream the other day, we customized the 8 unreleased vehicles: the Demon 2, the Esky, the Raptor, the Sanctus, the Shotaro, the Tornado Rat Rod, the Vortex, and the Yuga Classic. Those were all the vehicles we customized in my stream the other day. If you missed it, I'll try to leave a link in the description. But one of the comments I saw a lot in the chat was, how much are these vehicles going to cost? And really no one at that time had an answer. But we do now. And Foxy Snaps has actually found the prices of these vehicles. I'll leave a link to his channel or link in the description. So let's get it started and let's take a look at this right now. The first price is the Demon 2, which comes in at $145,000. So we're not off to a bad start. $145,000 is not bad, especially for an existing vehicle we already have in the game. But this one does get a lot more customization. If you saw my video the other day, that modifiable version of the Demon really does have some great motorcycle customization options. So I have absolutely no problem with the price that is at right there. Moving on, we have the Pegassi Esky, which comes in at $264,000. A little bit more expensive, but it is the Pegassi brand, which of course is based off Lamborghini, so you would maybe expect something like this to be that pricey. It kind of reminds me of the PCJ 600, maybe a little bit sportier and with some more customization, obviously. I'm sure you guys will have a lot of fun with that. That's the Pegassi Esky. We also have the Raptor, which is that 3-wheeled sports car. It's such a unique looking vehicle, although it doesn't have a ton of customization. That is $648,000. Again, this one is put in the sports car category, so I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work, how it's going to perform, but overall it's a very unique and fun vehicle, and $648,000, not terrible for sports cars. And this is where I think people's mouths are just going to hit the floor and drop out of pure shock, because now we're moving on to the LCC Sanctus, which is the Halloween chopper, and that is $2 million. So it's not technically $2 million, but $1,995,000. Wow, that is expensive. So we know Rockstar like to put a priority on rare or exclusive features, and it seems that that's exactly what they've done with the Sanctus, because there is no other bike or vehicle like it in the game. We obviously know it has the skull on the front of it with those glowing red eyes. No other vehicle clearly has that. It also has a ton of unique customization options, including spiderweb accessories, kind of skull and rib cage accessories on the bike as well. So it gives it a very, very unique look, and that's what I'm assuming Rockstar is basing their prices off of, because wow, $2 million for that bike, that is expensive. Holy smokes. But that's not even the most expensive bike. We have the Nagasaki Shotaro, which is the Tron bike. And the Tron bike is $2.375 million. Wow. So just those two bikes right there are eclipsing well over the 4.5, close to that mark, when all is said and done. But the Shotaro, $2.375 million. Holy smokes, that is expensive. That better end up being the fastest bike in the game. Otherwise, it just doesn't seem worth it, because holy moly, that is expensive. That is wicked crazy. So that is the Nagasaki Shotaro right there. We've also got the Tornado Rat Rod, which is $378,000, which of course is not too terrible. I really like the Tornado Rat Rod. I'm recommending it to a lot of you guys, so $378,000 is not bad for that pretty unique vehicle. We've also got another sports bike, the Pegassi Vortex, $356,000. This one has a ton of cool customization. I'm calling this one the alien bike, because you can really turn it into like an alien. I'm not even joking. So if you want to see all that customization, check out my video the other day. You'll really see what I'm talking about. And then we've got the Yuga Classic, which is only $195,000. Not bad at all. I really like this vehicle. Can't say it's that practical for anything performance-wise, but it's got some great customization. I mean, incredible customization. So check that one out as well. And it's only $195,000. So I just did some quick math, and the total you're going to need just just if you want to buy all of these bikes, and that doesn't include customization, that doesn't include anything but purchasing the vehicles, it's going to cost you $6.3 million. Wow, that is expensive. $6.3 million for 8 vehicles. Now, the majority of that is taken up by 2 of the bikes, the Sanctus and the Shotaro, but nonetheless, that is still crazy expensive for the amount of vehicles that we're going to be getting. Now, let's also talk about some more information regarding some new content coming that kind of relates to these vehicles as well. The first of which is, like we mentioned in the other day, a new adversary mode called Deadline. And playing this adversary mode Deadline will allow you to unlock the Shotaro bike as well as some related outfits to the bike as well. And I'll show what kind of those look like on the screen right now. Basically, you have to play the adversary mode Deadline in order to unlock the Tron bike and in order to unlock special kind of light outfits to go along with it as well. So those are just a few of the examples that you can see right there. And we also get some information from Yan2295 as well regarding what Deadline is. He says basically Deadline is the same thing as the Don't Cross the Line minigame you can find in the CEO offices, but as an adversary mode. And you have to use it using the Tron looking bike and the Tron looking clothing that you then unlock after playing/winning a game. Now, the only thing Yan says is he believes that Rockstar will possibly use the top-down view that he actually found a couple weeks ago. And if that is the case, then that will literally be the exact same thing as Don't Cross the Line. And it also kind of raises the question, how is Rockstar going to use the maps and the props in order to use this mode? So once again, that is very, very cool right there. That should give you some more information on how Deadline is going to work. In addition to that, we also have another adversary mode that looks to be coming with Halloween. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but it's called Angels versus Devils, where Angels can only score during the day, Devils can only score during the night, and once a player is scored, you'll have the opportunity to kill them during their half of the day to make their team ultimately lose a point. Now, what's cool about the outfits I just showed off is they actually come in a fair number of colors, and they're also unlockable as well. So there's 8 colors. There's yellow, green, orange, purple, pink, red, blue, and white. So that's going to be really cool that those are the amount of unlockable ones. And that is going to be very, very awesome. Now, what we're going to do next is actually take a look at 2 tweets from Yan2295, kind of regarding the way that this timeline of content might actually work. So he tweeted this the other day. He said, judging by the crazy amount of unreleased content that is currently in the files, I assume the next Grand Theft Auto Online update is pretty far away. He goes on to say there's quite a lot of very weird and exciting unreleased content in there, including some stuff that has not been leaked publicly yet. So I don't know what he means by that last comment, but going off of his first one, yeah, I assume that the next official GTA 5 DLC, meaning one we have to download on our console, might be as far away as late December. Because honestly, there looks to be a ton coming in this update. There's 8 unreleased vehicles. Rockstar have never put that many unreleased vehicles in the game, and you know they're not going to release them at once. If I had to take a guess on ultimately how they're going to work, I would assume that we might get 2 per week. I don't know if that's too little or too many. I don't know if Rockstar is going to skip a week because Bikers just came out. Obviously, we can kind of assume that the Halloween content is going to release sometime around Halloween. So that would be the Sanctus. It would be the Angels versus Devils adversary mode. It would also be the new weather pattern that's coming into the game called Halloween Clouds. So again, we can assume that maybe that's coming soon. Before it, they might release the Tron bike and the Tron adversary mode. And then after that, kind of fill up November with maybe some of the other vehicles like the Esky and the Demon 2 and the Yuga Classic. That's really just my best guesses right there as far as what Rockstar could do. But at the end of the day, there is a ton of content that is not in the game and that is going to be released sometime soon. I mean, they're going to have to release all that content before another DLC does come out. They're not going to leave that content into the game and then add another update that we have to download. So I know that that's a lot to take in, but that should be exciting because that just means there's a lot of cool content coming to Grand Theft Auto Online pretty soon. soon. Now, one other thing before I leave you in this video, Rockstar have addressed the stancing problem where they removed the ability to stance cars in the game. They actually addressed this on their newswire. So they posed a hypothetical question: why can I no longer manually lower my tire suspension by shooting the wheel well of my vehicle? And Rockstar said, we are aware that players are no longer able to manually lower stance vehicle suspensions in Grand Theft Auto Online and are working on a fix to be included in a future update. Please subscribe to this article for further updates on this issue. So I don't know when this is going to be fixed, assuming it's going to have to be in the next time another DLC is downloaded to our consoles or PC. So I don't know when that's going to be, but Rockstar have officially addressed that. But really, that's all the information I have to share with you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy this. Let me know what you think about the vehicle prices, all the unreleased content, and so much more in the comment section down below. I will be live streaming in a little bit here on my channel, so that should be a lot of fun. Stay tuned for that. If you did go on to enjoy this video, however, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.